I used to be so happy, but without you here I feel so low. I watched you as you left, but I could never seem to let you go. Cause once upon a time you were my everything. It's clear to see that time hasn't changed a thing.
Yes, we're in the washroom right now and she's fixing up. So yeah, we're here at Thompson Hotel and we're attending a fashion show.
Always be sure I will never forget you.
How's everyone doing tonight? Everybody's so quiet. Yeah! Come on, guys, do better than that. Come on. Guys, make some noise. Come on. Anyways, like I said, thank you for coming out tonight. We've, I know a lot of you have been mingling, drinking, and more mingling and more drinking. But at the same time, we hope that you leave tonight with a peace of mind and meeting some great professionals and meeting some great like-minded personalities within your industry. Today's a very special night tonight as well because it's the launch of Nana Pros, and we have a very special guest here tonight as well. How many people here watch Real Housewives? Yes, many of you do. Come on, guys, I know. But anywho, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing Joan from Real Housewives up to the podium. She's very active in the industry, works very hard, and of course she has a big passion for whatever we're celebrating here tonight. In addition to that, she's a modern day Renaissance woman from humble beginnings. Growing up in Wilcox, Saskatchewan, she vivaciously learned from a young age the power of a goal-oriented hard work in the name of making a difference. Without being afraid to roll up her sleeves, Joan transcended her insatiable love of reading and storytelling and crafted over time what would become her sensational career in the media. And I know there's a lot of media here tonight.
Thank you so much. This is so incredible for me to be here tonight. This is a room, I feel like I've arrived. It's like all the stars are in alignment because there's so many like-minded people here. People that love this industry, they love fashion, they love style, they love decor, and people that love to give back. So thank you for making the time to be here tonight. Now, when I first started on my journey in this business, I had this kind of burning desire inside me that I wanted somehow to do what I wanted to do and fulfill my creative passions, but I also really wanted to give back and help at the same time. And I had to take some time to think about that, like why did I want to marry those two things together? And I realized that it was just because I felt in my heart that it was clearly the right thing to do. And I believe personally in using the tools and opportunities that arise in life. And sometimes it's the thing when you least expect it, and sometimes you really can't plan around these things. But I think there's three things that are key here. You need to find the balance of how you can be a leader, of how you can give back, and more important, how you can empower other people to also give back. And someone reminded me the other day, the definition of a leader is someone who creates other leaders. Like, think about it. The definition of a dictator is someone that creates no leaders. So if you're a leader in whatever capacity you can, then you are empowering other people. And as you know, I've been very fortunate to be given a much larger voice recently because of the Real Housewives of Toronto, and I'm very fortunate and very thankful to have that platform. I want to quote Princess Diana, who I can't believe it's been 20 years since she's passed, and she's still one of my idols. She said, with great privilege comes great responsibility. And that's something that I take very seriously, and that is actually how I live my life. I love collaborations like this evening, and I think networking like this is really key for both men and women to encourage relationships, to be part of this industry. But more important, we all have our own unique talents and gifts to share. And you really need to believe in your own value. Sometimes in life you come across something that I like to call a defining moment, when all of a sudden you have that aha moment, or we've all had that, where suddenly there's clarity in what you're trying to do. And I think it's really important that we recognize these moments, and I hope that for many of you, or all of you, tonight is one of those aha moments. There's a singer named Bonnie Raitt. You guys know Bonnie Raitt, right? She said, and I love this, she said, it's taken me 30 years to become an overnight success. And I feel exactly like that sometimes. I've been working in this business for 30 years in a lot of different capacities. As a model, as a producer, as a makeup artist, I've done staging, I've been a television host, I've been a spokesperson, I've been a journalist, and I've been a philanthropist. And all that whole combination of all of those things is why I'm here with you tonight. So I have some really, really big news. This is the first time that I've talked about this in public. Some of you might have heard about this already. It's kind of hot off the press. But I'm very happy to announce that a dream of mine is coming true. I have a licensing deal that was just announced with Benchmark Licensing from here in Toronto. So we're going to create a line of consumer products. So I'm sure I can learn a lot from a lot of people in this room about getting products to market. But one thing is for certain, that I do love Canadian design, I love Canadian fashion, I love all the talent that we have in this industry, and I proudly wear Canadian talent and designers, and I love drawing attention to promote our industry and the talent. So nothing is going to change for me here, and the collaborations that we've created, I'm very, very proud of. And I don't know if anybody else even does that. This might be like a whole new thing in the industry, but this feels right in my heart. Now, another thing that I love about this evening that has been so carefully curated is the fact that the CNIB is being recognized as a charity. The first video that I ever produced was actually for the CNIB. So that's one reason. And it was the story of a young woman that was literally driving along the Gardiner Expressway, and she lost most of her vision, which, I mean, think about that, it's incredible, and that story really resonated with me. And the other reason is because my mom has a lot of vision problems, so I'd like to thank the CNIB for providing such support for all ages of people facing vision loss. Now, also, over the past 20 years in particular, I've been very, very fortunate to travel to a lot of super remote parts of the world. My husband and I are big supporters of charity, and quite a few different charities, but one in particular that I've traveled extensively with, and I'm an ambassador for, a child advocate for, is World Vision. So through World Vision and Right to Play, I've seen some horrific things. I've seen, I mean, not to bring the whole room down here, but I just want to share a little bit of my experience. I've seen stunting in babies in Cambodia. I've seen HIV/AIDS when it was rampant in Kenya, Tanzania. I've seen the aftermath of the genocide in Rwanda and refugee camps, and the list goes on and on. But there's just one story that I want to share with you, and I don't want to take too much time tonight, but this was my biggest defining moment that we talked a little bit about ago. We had supported a whole area development program in Mozambique, which is a 20 square mile thing, and it was really desolate. There was kind of nothing there. And the first thing we did was make a plan. You build the wells first, so there's clean water, and then you build the schools and the healthcare facilities. And so we went to see the wells, and it was like 1,000,000 degrees. It was so hot, we were all sweating, and we were pumping the water in the well. And one of the guys that was there had his head under it, and he was splashing around. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw a group of ladies all kind of huddled together, and we didn't speak the same language, but one of them was obviously selected as their spokesperson, and they kind of shoved her towards me. And shyly, she came up to me, and through the translator, she said, and this brings tears to my eyes, she said, "Thank you for the well, because now I know my children won't die of waterborne disease." So think about that. That's giving back in the most essential way. So I'm very happy to do that. Now, obviously, all of us in this room don't need to give back on a huge gesture. Helping your neighbor is fantastic. Volunteering is fantastic. Giving advice to someone else that you just met in the room at this networking opportunity, I think, is a great way of giving back. So I don't want to take too much time tonight, but I do have one quote from the Dalai Lama, and I got this on Instagram today, and I just loved it. He said, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want yourself to be happy, practice compassion." And I'll leave you with that thought. So thank you very much for having me. And thanks for having me. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Enjoy tonight.
I won't give up.